Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series we look at Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series where we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 98th episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, as well as the 38th episode of Season 2 titled A Real Fish Story. We begin this episode at a lake beach in Angel Grove where children are playing. Apparently, Rocky is the lifeguard on duty. Hope he doesn't want to try to have some fun. There's a pair of kids talking and a boy named Dougie doesn't want to go into the lake because he's afraid that there are monsters in the lake. The girl tells him to suck it up because the Power Rangers are in Angel Grove. Bulk and Skull overhear this, and they decide to have a plan to get the Power Rangers to come. Rocky then lies to Dougie about never having seen a monster out here his entire life. First and foremost, Rocky's from Stone Canyon, not Angel Grove. Secondly, pretty sure this is exactly where Piranha's head came from, which he doesn't know because he hasn't been out here his entire life. On the moon, Zed says that he's going to make sure Rocky encounters underwater monsters. He's going to bring back the best underwater monsters because we have suits laying around, I guess. Back at the beach, Aisha and Billy come up and Rocky explains to them about Dougie's fear of monsters, and Billy says that he understands because there was a time when he wouldn't go swimming. See, this is the type of attention to detail that I like. Apparently, Adam, Tommy, and Kim went scuba diving because, wow, someone always does. In the water, there are shark fins, and Rocky and Billy hurry out on a jet ski to see what's up while Rocky rides bitch. Turns out, it's just Bulk and Skull trying to get the Power Rangers to come out. Billy and Rocky scold them, leaving. Dougie runs up to Rocky asking about the monsters, and Rocky explains how there were none. Also, the others are literally still scuba diving. Goldar explains to Zed how 3 Rangers are still underwater, so they decide that this is the best moment to strike. Goldar offers to take Putties down, but Zed shoots down the idea, calling out the fearsome shark monster. Could be the slippery shark's twin. Alpha finds out about this, and he can only get in contact with Rocky, updating him. He asks another lifeguard to watch his post, and he gets Billy and Aisha running off. Apparently the monster is on the other side of the lake, coming this way. It's morphin' time. Red, yellow, and blue find the shark monster hopping down from an outlook post, getting their asses handed to them by this monster. Zed then calls out Goofish and Piranha. Not Piranha's head, just Piranha. Whatever. The 3 fight the monsters and now Zed requests the Cruel Crayfish. Not Commander Crayfish. He appears as well, attacking. Rocky calls Alpha and Alpha asks how they're doing, like he can't just turn around and look at the viewing globe. Alpha does some kind of sweep, and just as Adam, Tommy, and Kimberly are coming out of the lake, they morph. Also, by the way, who the hell scuba dives in a lake? White, black, and pink fly in, posing with the others and taking on the monsters. Of course, Tommy is kicking fish ass solo while the others are now doing decently well when they sucked before. Zed is pissed about this and he searches for something to turn into a new monster. And he selects a blue and white tube that Bulk and Skull are using, zapping it away. Zed makes it giant instantly, creating the giant tube monster. Alpha sees this and he contacts the Rangers, letting them know that this episode was made on entirely recycled footage and suits. Tommy decides that he can handle all these fish monsters all by himself because of course he can. So the others call out their Thunder Zords, forming the Thunder Megazord. It shows up downtown and fights the tube monster for not even a full 30 seconds before it just uses the Thunder Saber, popping that tube. Tommy fights the fish monsters using Saba to somehow destroy them insanely easily, and they static away into nothingness. How? How is this an episode of television? Oh, and Goldar has ordered Zed lunch. Trout omelet. Of course. Back at the beach, the tube reappears while Bulk and Skull are still struggling to swim to shore, and they get tired and they get the cramps. The lifeguard is apparently not paying attention at all, and Dougie swims out, getting the tube and saving Bulk and Skull. Then the lifeguard runs out too, helping him pull them to shore. Rocky, Billy, and Aisha show up to tell Dougie that they're proud of him for swimming or whatever, and Bulk finds a fish in his shirt. The end. This was such a nothing episode, it's almost impressive. Literally almost nothing of significance happened. You can tell this is when they were trying to film episodes quickly before the cast went to Australia to film the feature film, and wow, it's so obvious it hurts. Adam doesn't even say a single word in this episode out of suit, I don't think. Tommy, Adam, and Kim are only seen out of suit once. I'm pretty sure that the Rocky, Billy, and Aisha parts were all filmed in a single afternoon. There's no saving grace for this episode, but now it's time to buckle your seatbelts as we go through an insane amount of multi-parters. Until then, may the power protect you.